Well, will this record? And also, as I realized, I am live streaming, and I forgot to tweet this out. Poopy butts. Where is my mouse? Oh no. To end this.
I brought you a letter!
Wait. What? Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay. I do not know how well I'm coming through, and it's just says live. It actually says recording everything on the screen, so that's good. And also, I should have tested this, but it's never thing. Never like the present, huh? This, how do I do this? I should realize I'm a dumbass. Should tweet this out. Boom. And we're gonna get started in just a bit. Just hold up. Because I'm a big bow dummy that don't know how to set up things properly because I am, well, me. Beep 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 do do. Oh, channel. Thank you. Boom. Oh, channel. Thank you. Boom. Okay, there's a weird sound in the background. 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 Also, there's echo. I'm not sure what's good at echo. Also, there's echo. I'm not sure what's good at echo. Also, there's echo. I'm not sure what's good at echo. Also, there's echo. I'm not sure what's good at echo. Okay. Okay. One moment. Let me see what I could do. Oh, that. Okay, I know what the echo is. I'm a dumbass. That's coming from my goddamn phone. Okay, good. I figured out Blue's Clues because I'm a moron. Okay. Alright. Now we could get actually to started. But I do not know what their singly sound is. That's a question. There's nothing around here that creates jingly sound unless that's the noise of my computer. Which means it's a bilbo. So, what can't I do? Yeah, I should realize my phone is a culprit. Okay. And I'll be right back. Oh, it's a few minutes. I don't know how everybody doing. If anyone is actually watching this. Things are going in the background, and I had to think things through before I follow through. As we just look at the lovely picture. What this art is done by? Does it tell? I think it's probably in the description and the whole thing, but I don't know. Learn that later. Okay, anyway. This is probably after the stream over. I'm also gonna put a skip thing in the description once it's uploaded, if it actually does properly, because recently I've been doing poopy and won't show, and with YouTube it don't want to show any uploads I do. I wonder if that's a new thing where someone cares. They're like, oh yeah, you uploaded, and yeah, but we're not gonna show it on your feed because poopy butt's on you. Let me just do this one really quickly. Oops. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, good enough. Wasted enough time on doing random stuff that trying to set up everything, but I am a dumbass and had to think of this a little bit later. And so let's go down to right to it. We're just gonna read it. This is Why Princes Don't Bake by Arcelia. So let's just get down to business. And have my drink right here. And I'm hoping there's nothing causing any other weird noises. Unless my house is haunted. Or there's a random noise that I don't realize. But whatever the case may be, everything's up. Let's just get to it. Okay. And that link is down below if you want to follow along. Or just follow the screen, I guess. Yeah, that actually would make more sense. Okay. Why Princes Don't Bake by Arcelia. At Celestia opened her eyes, a harmony of clanging harmony. I can't speak. It's late. As Celestia slowly opened her eyes, a harmony of clanging pots and pans echoed through the halls of the castle. The alicorn arose nonchalantly from bed, adorned her royal crest piece, before peeping her head out into the hallways. Just down the passage, a large ball rolled out the furthest door to the right. This could only mean one thing. Letting out a sigh, the princess made her way down the path, knowing all too well. Down the passage, knowing all too well the mayhem that was afoot. Ever since her sister's return, she had been taking up various hobbies and activities, or as she put it, trying to reintegrate into normal society. But to Celestia, it was just another mess she would have to clean up. In the past, Luna had tried more extreme hobbies like archery, paragliding, but now she was trying to avoid doing anything that would land her around another trip to the hospital. Especially after her attempt at snowboarding, which of course did not go well at all. Shuddering the mere thought of what had to be the worst vacation she had ever been on, Celestia stopped outside the entryway to the kitchen. There was no need to go inside, for the large sploos of batter and flour were enough to know that. And there's a door opening. I love how you interrupt the reading. Your big poopy brain.
You're the one who decided to think it's an interruption and not just keep reading.
It's not my fault that you walked into the door nonchalantly going blah 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 boo boo. Hey, look at me, I'm here. Now look, that's to a cat being adorable.
That.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
What?
Pumpkin's trying to run, and I scooped her.
And she took out my bedsheet.
When does she not grab on something when you pick her up?
Okay. I love that it's an interruption.
Alright. Well, you go do what you do.
Where was I now? Shuddering at the mere thought that what vacation she had ever been on. Celestia stopped outside the entryway to the kitchen. There was no need to go inside, for the large sploos of batter and flour were enough to know there could only be one explanation. Luna, I thought we both agreed that it would stop these hanging. That was words. The light bulb is dead.
Oh, and you decided not to change it.
I don't know if the light bulb was dead or the thing that actually died. I forgot to grab another light bulb. Luna, I thought that we both agreed that it would stop these shenanigans. After all, it's nearly a year since you returned. I think it's time you return to normal activities. Please, wait. Yeah. This is what happens when you forget what you proofread before, and then you start going to feel like it's blind when it's not really blind, but it's actually blind because you had no idea what you read because your mind was absent-minded. That makes sense, right? So okay. Pleaded Arcelia, unamused by her sister's ridiculous antic. The Princess of the Night simply smiled The Princess of the Night simply smiled proudly and levitated a mixer over the ball. No, mixer over to the ball. Mixer over to the ball. Mixer over to the ball. Okay, cool. The Princess of the Night simply smiled The Sister of the Night simply... No, wait. The Princess of the Night, not the Sister of the Night. Where are I getting the sister from? Okay, cool. The Princess of the Night simply smiled proudly and levitated a mixer over to the ball and sending batter everywhere. Worry not, dear sister, for I only trying to bake a delicious cake. Wait, I forgot you. Worry not, dear sister, for I am only trying to bake a delicious cake. You. I was only trying to bake you a delicious cake. That's not so here. Worry not, dear sister, for I turning to bake you a delicious cake. Luna assured her, turning her attention away from her cooking. All around a chaotic mess, the batter struck in the wall for All around was a chaotic mess. All around her was a chaotic... Yeah, god damn it, I can't speak. All around her was a chaotic mess. The batter stricken the walls, fluing. Fluing? What the hell is fluing? That's not a word. Okay. Fueling. 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 Not fluing. Fueling. Fueling. I still sound like I'm saying fluing. Viewing. Viewing. There are words. Words that does not describe my sanity. Fueling. There we go. Fueling. All around her, all around me are familiar faces, worn out faces. Okay, I'm going insane. All around her was a chaotic mess. The batter-stricken walls only fueling. I can't say that word. Fueling, 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 the fueling. There we go. All around her was a chaotic mess. The batter-stricken walls only Why can't I speak? All around her was a chaotic mess. The batter-stricken walls only fueling her way. All around her was a chaotic mess. The battered-stricken walls only fueling her rage even more. But something else had drawn her attention away from all the clutter. Curling around the countertop was a miniature figure no bigger than a mouse. Luna? Yes, dear? She replied, turning her face to her sister once more. There's a rat on the edge of your balls, Celestia pointed out bluntly. Do not fret, sister, for he shall do us no harm. He's simply hungry. Well, that's why mouse are in the kitchen, because food, but okay. Well, if you want our cake to have a slight vermin taste to it, that is, Celeste said, letting out a giggle. Luna pouted. At least I tried to do my own cooking for once, and your large platter of donuts don't lie. Don't lie. I'd like to keep my dietary habit to myself, Luna. Of course, I'm quite certain the night guard would be amused by the tales of your midnight snack. Remember the time you decided you had a bizarre craving for salt and pepper French fry dipped in chocolate ice cream? Salt and pepper French fry dipped in chocolate ice cream. Sadly, I did that with vanilla. It was with salt and without the pepper. That's all I got to say with that. Anyway, continuing. Celeste smiled mischievously. Okay, mischievously. Okay. Her sister's face turned crimson. Yes, Tia, but because I was in the middle of a gaming tournament, and I needed an extra carb to help me concentrate. That's one way to put carbs, I guess. Of course. Explain why one fateful evening you wanted a chocolate fried onion. Chocolate fried. Okay, that's weird. Chocolate fried onion with grilled cheese in the sandwich. Chocolate fried. So, but you had to. How would that even work? You had to fry the onion, then you had to dip in chocolate, then you put in a sandwich? Or you try to fry... Okay. Sadly, boredom tells me to also try to make that. It probably won't end up good, but nevertheless, let's continue. Grilled seeds. Oh, I tend to comprehend how to actually do this. How do you make fried onion? Then you dip it in chocolate. Then you grill the seeds, but if that's the case, wouldn't yeah, that would be a really messy thing. You might as well fry the onion, put the thing. Okay, why? This is what happens when I read about food. I'm wondering, especially when there's weird combination. I try to think of ways that could actually work. And I'm losing track. Okay, let's not get sidetracked. I'm gonna try not to get sidetracked, and I will figure out this mystery, even if it was weird. Okay. Once again, I was in the middle of the marathon, that therefore a little boost to get me through the night. Then I'm sure that would explain the bizarre craving for salty cucumber finger and custard, Celeste snickered. But before her sister could make a equally mocking remark, in the response, slightly disheveled from the princess, from a form of Princess Kate walked in. Okay, here comes her. They got a loud yawn. Timed. What are... Everybody gonna sound the same, aren't they? What are you two arguing over now? I'm trying to get Luna to stop with her ridiculous antics, and clearly you didn't hear all the commotion from 2 floors up. I'm sure the royal guard would have been slightly startled by all the noise, Celestia replied, and sploot of flour landing in her nose. Candace let out a light sec. Well, would have thought that would be used to it by now. Candace let out a light chuckle. Well, I would have thought that they would be used to it by now. After all, according to signing armor, one of the basic training components is to be able to stand perfectly still and silent in a room full of screaming parakeets. She said, dodging a large spoonful of... Okay, that will be a strange training. Okay, anyway. I have lost where I am, she said, doing a large spoonful of... Okay, yeah. She said, dodging a large spoonful of batter as it flying through the air. At the moment, Twilight shuffled in the intense eyelids, still half closed, as a drool clung to the edge of her chin. What in Celestia? What is Celestia? That's exactly what to go. Oh god. Does it go to what is a Celestia? Yes. No, I'm not saying you are. Okay, whatever. They put is what's in Equestria, not Celestia. Okay, cool. And loss. Okay. What in Equestria? She mumbled quietly as she felt a powdery sensation beneath her hooves. Good morning, Twilight. Hope you slept well. Good morning, Twilight. I hope you slept well. I do apologize if my sister hasn't been her usual self lately. Tessa greeted her politely, noticing the whole swollen blemish on the pony forehead. Late night studying, perhaps? Twilight rose a hoof to her forehead, feeling a large bump that had formed. Oh yes, I woke up with a rather firm thud. I heard all the noise from coming downstairs and decided to investigate. It would seem that some ponies don't know the meaning of the word, but she was cut off by a wet, cold sensation of sticky batter making contact with her face. Matters, Twilight managed to finish as the princess slowly composed themselves, racing to the hoofs once more. The other two alicorn giggle at the pony's now sticky and batter-covered feature. My apologies, Twilight. It would seem that Luna lost her own little world. It would seem that Luna lost in her own little world at the moment, said Cadence. Speaking of Luna, Celestia said. Speaking of Luna, Celestia said, glancing over the sister as she placed a baking tray into the oven. Tia? Yes, Luna? Tia? Yes, Luna? How hot should I make the oven? Her sister asked clearly. How hot should I make the oven? Her sister asked clearly that she had never baked a cake before. 180 degrees at the most, Luna. Otherwise, it'll burn. It'll burn. Boy, I can't speak.
Cannot speak at all.
Celestia replied. 380 degrees, you say? No, Luna. 180 degrees, said, as he said, shouting. Oh, of course. It would take. How long will it take to cook? About 20 minutes. 20 minutes? But that's far too long for a simple cake to cook. Surely there must be some way of speeding the process up. Perhaps I... No, Luna. Wait. Yeah. No, Luna. Wait. But her cries went unheeded, for Luna cast a magic onto the electrical element of the oven and caused a frequency to collide. As a result, the entire Canterlot kitchen to be destroyed. Perishing the great explosion Luna incompetency has caused. Thankfully, the four alicorns survived the blast thanks to a swift action of Celestia, who cast a teleportation strong enough to send the four of them to a safe place at the Thankfully, the four alicorns survived the blast thanks to the swift action of Celestia, who cast a teleportation strong enough to send the four of them to a safe place. A safe place being the rest of the castle, which remained unaffected by the outburst. Now they were all seated in the great dining hall, staring at the pitiful remain of Luna cooking. Residing in the middle of the table was a largely burnt pile of cake chunk. All they managed to save from the blast. How did I lose my place? Okay, I misread that. Thankfully for all, the four alicorns survived the blast thanks to the swift action of Celestia, who cast a teleportation strong enough to send the four of them to a safe place. A safe place being the rest of the castle, which remained unaffected by the outburst. Now they all seated the great dining hall, staring at the pitiful remains of Luna's cooking. Residing in the middle of the table was a largely burnt pile of cake chunk. if all they managed to save from the blast. Only the one question remained. Who would be brave enough to take that first bite? That sounds like the problem with my cooking. After a few more minutes of silence, the loud chewing noise coming from Luna's mouth surprised every pony. What? It's delicious, Luna declared, ignoring the disgusted look of those around her. Luna, the rat was perched on the edge of their bowl, fell right into the batter. I don't think you should be eating that, Celeste replied. The Princess of the Night stopped chewing and considered her sister bird. The batter did have a bit of slight vermin taste to it, after all. But other than that, it was fine. A little burnt. A little bite? A little bit? A little bit? A little bit? A little bit burned. But fine. At the moment she swallowed, I'm aware of that, but only not let. I am aware of that, but I will not let a perfectly good cake go to waste. After all, this could be our last meal for quite a while, and who knows when I'm gonna get to eat the cake again. She asked, rhetorically. There we go. Rhetorically. I mean, just since she blew up the kitchen, and she probably won't. There's gonna be a lot of takeouts, I will imagine. The other three Alicorn, Guggle, and Luna brothers held its mind as he continued to eat the chunk of cake before them. It is for this reason that princes most certainly do not bake cake. Yeah. Okay. And that was why princes don't bake cake. But Arcelia. Then, actually, I am curious. Let's go back for a second. Okay, the artwork is by this dude. Okay, that's actually nice. And did enjoy that story. And I just realized I read another cake book. But, and thus I probably didn't end here because I can't really think of it. I mean, I enjoyed it. The little bit of the silliness of it, and also the Luna's weird creation in the story, because that's what my friend always considered my abomination. But that's a whole different story. Overall, I do enjoyed it, and I probably read more of the this person's other stories that this person wrote. And this probably the only one I'm gonna read tonight because it's 11:30. It's almost midnight. And I don't really. Naturally, I have nothing better to do tomorrow. And I'm rambling. This is why yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream here because this is about the reading and everything is done. And I just realized I keep on repeating myself, so I'm gonna stop the stream before I shoot myself even more in the foot. So everybody, good night.